There's a version of this story where Xiao Zhan tells Wang Jiayi directly, "I put your name forward, use my songs if you need one." That would be the easy version, the one that fits neatly into a press release. It's not what happened. What actually happened took over a year to reach Wang Jiayi at all, and it reached him by accident, through a colleague, at a moment when Xiao Zhan wasn't even in the room. Welcome back to Rabbit News Hallyu, where we don't just report what happened, we look at why it matters. The setting is a podcast called M-Word Chat, where singer Wang Jiayi described his time on the set of The Wolf. He was short on money during the shoot. Actress zhanglinghe let him stay at her place. A small group started gathering there after hours, and Xiao Zhan, according to Wang Jiayi, was the one who cooked. Not occasionally. Regularly enough that very, very good became the standing description of his cooking, not a compliment paid once and forgotten. That detail alone is small. Actors cook for each other on sets all the time. But it's the kind of small detail this channel exists to sit with, because small details are usually where the real story is hiding, underneath the one everyone already knows. Here's the part most coverage skips entirely. After the meals, the same group ran together, on a fixed route, through a rainstorm in Xiangshan, with zhanglinghe, Li Qin, and Wang Jiayi included. It's an odd thing to remember years later, running in the rain with colleagues, unless it wasn't really about the running. Unless what stuck with Wang Jiayi was something closer to belonging, to being folded into a routine rather than treated as a guest passing through a production. The cooking, it turns out, has its own backstory. Xiao Zhan reportedly made beef stew on a variety show earlier in his career, and has said he learned by helping his mother and grandmother in the kitchen as a child, then staying to clean up afterward. That's a domestic habit, not a media strategy. People don't usually manufacture a decade of quietly cooking and cleaning up after family meals just to have a good anecdote ready for later. When a pattern shows up this consistently, across unrelated timeframes and unrelated witnesses, it starts to look less like a moment and more like a baseline. And the baseline extends past that one apartment. Other actors who've worked with Xiao Zhan describe the same instinct at the end of a shoot, treating the entire crew, not just the cast, to drinks, burgers, fried chicken. Background actors included. Crew staff included. That's a detail worth sitting with for a second, because in a hierarchy-heavy production environment, who gets remembered at the end of a job says something about how someone actually views the people around them, separate from whatever they say in interviews. But none of that is the detail that changes the story. The detail that changes the story is what happened after Wang Jiayi and Xiao Zhan stopped seeing each other regularly. About a year, maybe two, passed with no contact. Then Wang Jiayi found out, from a co-worker, almost in passing, that Xiao Zhan had brought his name up at a Tencent event, to a production team, unprompted. The line, as Wang Jiayi recalled it, "Wang Jiayi is a very talented singer, if you need a soundtrack later you can use his songs, or have him compose one." Wang Jiayi wasn't there. He wasn't told beforehand. He wasn't told afterward either, not by Xiao Zhan. He learned about his own endorsement secondhand, the way you'd learn about a rumor, except this one happened to be true and happened to be about him. That's worth pausing on, because it inverts how this kind of favor usually works. In an industry where connections function as currency, a recommendation is normally something you cash invisibly. You tell the person you helped. You let them know, so the relationship registers as a transaction, something owed, something to reciprocate, something to mention later if it becomes useful. Xiao Zhan skipped that step entirely. The favor existed whether or not Wang Jiayi ever found out about it, which means it wasn't performed for Wang Jiayi's benefit, or for anyone's benefit except possibly Wang Jiayi's career, several steps removed from any audience that would notice. Think about how talent recommendations usually surface publicly in this industry. They show up in interviews, framed as evidence of an artist's character. They show up in variety show segments, where hosts prompt guests to name people they've helped. They show up in fan-run compilations, stitched together from years of small moments into a highlight reel. Almost all of those channels require the artist, or someone working for the artist, to eventually confirm the story for it to circulate. This one didn't need that. It circulated because the person on the receiving end brought it up himself, on his own platform, on his own schedule, describing something that had already happened and already been forgotten by the time he mentioned it. There's a second layer to this that's easy to miss on a first pass. When Wang Jiayi released a new album, Xiao Zhan didn't post about it publicly. He sent a message. I listened. He named the specific song he liked best and said he wanted to cover it himself. In a group chat at another point, he mentioned that Wang Jiayi's singing had noticeably improved since their karaoke nights years earlier. None of that requires public visibility to function. A text message and a private group chat comment don't build anyone's brand. They only make sense if the point was actually just to say the thing to the person it was about. Wang Jiayi's own read on it, stated plainly on his podcast, is that Xiao Zhan didn't need to do any of this. That's the actual crux of the story, more than the cooking or the running or the recommendation individually. In an industry where visibility is the currency and reciprocity is often the point, the version of generosity that happens without an audience is the one that's hardest to fake and easiest to overlook. This is also, separately, worth noting as a media phenomenon in its own right. This account didn't come from a press release, a managed interview, or a promotional cycle time to a comeback. It surfaced organically, years after the events described, on a podcast run by the person it happened to, with no clear incentive for him to bring it up at all beyond it apparently having mattered to him. That distinction matters more than it might seem. A managed narrative is built to be repeated. An unprompted, second-hand story that took over a year to even reach the person it was about is much harder to construct on purpose. For an international audience watching CN from the outside, this is also useful as a case study in how to weigh these stories at all. Fan accounts and highlight compilations tend to flatten every anecdote into the same category, proof of good character, full stop. A more careful read treats one podcast anecdote as exactly that, one data point, from one person, about one set of interactions. It's strong evidence about what happened in that specific case. It is not, on its own, proof of how Xiao Zhan behaves in every professional relationship, and it's not evidence about how the industry as a whole operates. What it does support is narrower and, honestly, more interesting, a documented instance where an advantage was extended without the giver ever needing the receiver, or anyone else, to know about it. None of this means every act of generosity in this industry is genuine, or that quiet gestures are automatically more meaningful than public ones. Plenty of artists do good things loudly for good reasons, and loud generosity isn't automatically less sincere than quiet generosity. What this specific account illustrates is narrower than that, one instance where the version of the story that would have generated more visible goodwill, the version where Xiao Zhan tells Wang Jiayi himself, didn't happen, and the less convenient, less flattering to narrate version is the one that's actually on record. There's also a management angle worth naming, carefully. Publicists generally want positive stories to surface, and a well-timed anecdote about an artist's generosity is exactly the kind of content a PR team would normally welcome. Nothing here suggests that happened. If this had been arranged for image purposes, the more efficient version puts the story in front of an audience immediately, not a year or two after the fact, filtered through someone else's podcast, on someone else's timeline. The delay itself is part of what makes the account read as incidental rather than engineered. So go back to where we started. There was a version of this story where Xiao Zhan gets to say the generous thing out loud, gets the credit in real time, gets the moment. That version didn't happen. Instead, the recommendation sat unspoken for over a year, discovered by accident, confirmed only because someone else decided, much later, that it was worth talking about. The anomaly here was never the cooking, or the rain, or even the recommendation itself. It was the missing disclosure, the part where nothing was said. And in an entertainment ecosystem built on being seen doing the right thing, that absence is the detail that actually tells you something. If you like entertainment stories that go beyond the headline, the kind that look for the quiet signals most coverage misses, Rabbit News Hallyu was built for exactly that. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just updates.